What's up, you guys? MajorBowman back on the YouTube channel with a special guest named...
Hey guys, Dragonclaw.
So, this YouTube channel's been a little inactive lately, and no...
A little.
Okay. To no fault of anyone. We've all been a bit busy, what with summer and all, but now that I'm back in school, I have more of a set schedule, so I have a lot more time to sit down and get some of these videos done. We wanted to get some interest back up in the league because we've been a bit slow lately, understandable. So, Dragonclaw, tell us what you did to help kick the league up.
Alright, so we pulled a couple of strings and we got a tournament that we announced to the entirety of the subreddit, rPokemonLeagueDS, and we had that going for an entire week. So we were hoping to pull out a lot of people to generate some interest in the league, and also because tournaments are awesome. We haven't had them in a while. Also, I wanted an excuse to buy somebody a Pokemon t-shirt. So
that's always fun.
So we got going. It turns out 298 people applied for this thing, which
wow.
I was hosting this thing all on my own, and it was pretty nuts for at least the first couple of rounds. We're down into the top 16 after tonight. We have one round left that will put everybody in the top 8. So we got a battle here, which was from me. I unfortunately got knocked out yesterday. Made it to the top 16 though, so woohoo.
I had a bye first round and then was moving during the second round, so my MajorBowman was packed up. So I had to pull out, but it's been fun to keep up with it.
Oh, definitely. So yeah, it definitely did what we needed it to. We got a lot more interest in the league. A bunch of people hanging out in the IRC. We've had at least half a dozen new challengers in the last week or so.
And that's just been the last week. I'm sure that we'll have more to come.
Oh yeah, and a lot of people from the tournament have been saying it's like, oh yeah, I'll breed a couple more guys and we'll join. So I'm thinking that we'll have a steady stream like we've been having for the last bit.
Yeah,
definitely,
awesome.
The tournament has definitely been a success, and it's not even over yet. So.
Alright, so like Dragonclaw said, we have a battle from... This is your first round, you said, right?
Yep, this was my very first match against ultrazap. And it was actually... It's funny because we went through... I've had 6 different rounds, so 6 battles, including the bye for the first one. So this... Well, not a bye. A lot of other people had byes because we just creeped over the 256 points. So
rigged!
Yeah, obviously. So this was probably my most interesting match. So this is probably going to be the only match you'll actually see from me, personally, that was in it. Plus, it'll be a nice little Kickstarter, so I can actually provide my perspective from it.
Yeah, both the teams look pretty fun. Your team's actually a gym team, is that correct?
This is my gym team.
Yeah.
Yep. So anybody who's looking to challenge, you got a little insight.
You can scout him out here. Caleb's team looks fun too. Chandeler's actually one of my favorite Pokemon, so it'll be fun to see that in action. So, without further ado, let's get going.
Alrighty. So, I decided, looking at his team, I was going to go with the classic Breloom lead. I wasn't sure what exactly would happen. Maybe I'll get a nice sleep off on something. Maybe I'll dent something real hard right at the beginning. But he starts out with his Nidoking here. So it actually scared me off. So I switched out into Slowbro here. So I know for a fact that it can tank at least 2 of anything this guy's gonna throw out.
I was actually kind of surprised
so he does
Slowbro, just because he's usually known for his physical defense. But I saw that Sludge Bomb do less than half, and I was impressed. So that was a pretty good choice.
He's got a little quirky set. I'm not gonna give too much away.
Oh,
so
secrets.
So let's see. A little bit. It's not too secret, actually. It's it's bulky attacker set.
Right.
So let's see. So he Scald. Burn would have been nice, but no.
It's probably a good choice to go for that Scald instead of a Psychic, considering he switched from his Dark type.
Yeah, I'm always a little hesitant. Psychic is his best move and most powerful thing he's got, but it's with the Dark types out there, it's kind of iffy. So. Getting a nice Thunder Wave out in the Chandelure. Not sure if it's Scarfed or whatever. That's why I went for the Protect here, because I don't know. it seems like every time I see a Chandelure, they're always either scarfed or spexed as either speedy Reventers or wall breakers or something.
But I feel like even if it wasn't scarfed, a lot of stuff will still outspeed Ferrothorn paralyzed. He's not exactly the fastest Pokemon.
Yeah, so made a little bit of a misplay there. I was thinking he would be able to tank the hit, but after seeing that first one come down, and I wasn't sure if he could take him out in one hit or not, so I did a double switch and let this thing rack up a bit more damage than I was expecting.
Why wouldn't you just go ahead and go for the water type attack?
Funny story about that. He actually doesn't have a water move.
Oh. Revealing the trade secrets here.
Surprise, Tentacruel doesn't carry the water. But, so, I figured he was expecting the Earthquake, and even if he wasn't and decided to stay in and take the chance, if Lando gets his rocks out, then he's done his job.
Yeah, that was probably a good play. Especially since he had the obvious ground immunity you could just switch into. So. And I guess there's a chance Aerodactyl has to fog, but a very low one at that.
Yeah, so that's the other thing I kind of noticed about his team is getting the rocks out were definitely the first priority, because I knew if I could get that and maintain it, that would provide a pretty good advantage, and it actually pays off. You'll see close to the end here.
I was surprised to not see Aerodactyl Mega Evolve right there, since that was the only possible Mega on this team. I guess he might have just forgot that one turn, because there's really no reason.
Nope, he's got Heracross actually.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
He's got Heracross. So that's so those two. So after not seeing him, I was pretty positive that it's like, okay, so this is a speedy attacking. I don't know, maybe it's a band, maybe it's a scarf, maybe it's something, because it went for a Dragon Claw, which was a neutral move, and then it switched out immediately on Ferrothorn, so maybe it's got something funky going on.
The Dragon Claw is a weird choice, too. Not weird, but different.
It is, but I mean, it's, I don't know, maybe it helps against, Dragonites or
yeah, I mean, the Tough Claws
Garchomps.
boost, it gives it, what is it going to be, like 104 base power move, so it's nothing to scoff at. I bet you see more Ice Fang, though, for the 4 times weak dragons.
So good move on the Grass Knot, predicting on the Shelder switch in. Shelder. Watching my move. I love that name. It's Slowbro. But so I did get the burn this time, so that meant that no matter what, this Greninja is dying next turn. So pull back, get some regenerator.
That's the best thing about Slowbro is that if it's in a bad spot, you can just recall it and it'll instantly get 30% of its health back. I think that's what makes it really strong.
And that means that I don't actually have to carry Sack off.
Right, exactly. I like that play on his part though, because the Ferrothorn switch in was actually kind of obvious. And Grassnot will probably do like 4 damage to it.
And it would also just kill himself, since for some reason Grassnot's a contact move.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, well, it was dying anyway. So.
Right.
Alright, so what did I do here? This was sacking the Lando. It's because it was my only... It's like I said, he did his job getting the Stealth Rocks out there.
Right.
So now I get a free switch in with Breloom.
Breloom's such a fun Pokemon.
I agree wholeheartedly. It's a very awesome lead if I'm not sure what I'm going up against.
Yeah.
It does a lot of things well. Alright, so here's... I was totally expecting this Mega here, but I'm surprised. No Mega, goes first, activates the Sash, and so now I gotta play around this 1 HP here. But I figured a safe move would have been the Spore. And so now this guy's taking a little nap. So now got a bunch of good options here. It just killed off the Chandelure, put the Heracross to sleep. So Breloom's been doing solid.
It's interesting to see him switch out right there, considering when he comes back in, he still has the 1 guaranteed turn of sleep.
Yeah. And so, yeah, just the Rock Tomb was the more neutral move, and it does help with any switch in. I knew Mach Punch definitely wasn't going to kill it, so an Aqua Jet was probably the better move on his part, so I definitely did a quick switch. Tentacruel I know can take it.
Yeah.
Even if it was a play rough, it probably could have handled it. And now I got an easy Sludge Wave kill. Well, would have had if he stayed in, but
right.
now we can hang out with the Heracross, and so that chunk did a nice.
Yeah, that's definitely an easy 3-hit KO from there. And you really had no risk right here, because, like I said, he still has to sleep for that one turn. I guess so here if he wakes up, he could Earthquake you, get the knockout.
Which he didn't.
Yeah, possibly be at +1 if he's Moxie, but luckily he just stays asleep.
Yep. And I found out since he's outspeeding everything, it's probably a Scarf, which did definitely throw me off because I was totally expecting that thing to be the Mega.
Yeah.
And then in comes Aerodactyl, and I'm like, oh, wait a second.
Here it is.
And then and there it is. And so
yeah.
it was definitely a good
that was a great bluff on his
play
part.
on his part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hiding the original Aerodactyl not coming in.
And he really had, there was no downside to him not Mega Evolving that turn. Because your Landorus was at like very low HP. Dragon Claw would have easily knocked it out. So it was a very easy bluff to make, and it paid off pretty well, I'd say. He tricked you.
Yep. Alright, now here's this part of the match right here. So I get the Intimidate off. I know for a fact I can take anything that he can throw. So goes for a Stone Edge, which is a good thing I lost my Flying type, but oh no, it's a crit. So now here's where I was definitely regretting that move, because I could have just went for a Waterfall and killed it.
Right.
But thanks to the fact that he's a Mega now and it's got 150 base speed,
yeah,
still couldn't outspeed it even
That's
with
really hard to
a
outspeed,
Dragon.
even with a boost.
Yeah, I would have needed 2 in order to successfully do it. So I scare him off with Slowbro here. So now at this point, I just really gotta be careful about what I'm doing. So let's see. Does this end up killing him?
No, barely not.
Nope. Barely not. So I really had to think about what I was actually doing here. So switch it out to the Ferrothorn. Let this thing take out the Azumarill. So now Azumaril's gone. Then we'll have his Nidoking, who's still left, and the Aerodactyl, which is still left.
Yep.
And I still have Ferrothorn and Slowbro. So right now it's pretty much okay. Now I can let his Nidoking take out Ferrothorn.
Yeah.
Then I can come in with Slowbro and revenge kill it. Because if he can't switch in his Aerodactyl, otherwise it's dead.
Right. It's funny to think of Slowbro revenge killing something.
Yeah, it's kind of... Normally that's reserved for the exact opposite role of the speedy, frail attackers.
But it works.
Yeah, and then, so now in comes... Even with the crit. He's a tough little bastard. So now I have to let Slowbro die, and then in comes Breloom, who, surprise, still has his 1 HP left. And that Aerodactyl switching in one more time meant that it took more Stealth Rock damage, and boom. Winning 1-0 with 1 HP on my last guy.
It
was definitely satisfying.
Right there.
Living on the edge, baby.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I really did enjoy that match. Towards the end, definitely had to think about it. There were some great moves, especially on his part, hiding that, which was his true Mega. That definitely threw me off, and definitely could have turned the tide. And my one, I'll call it a misplay. Let's be honest here, with the Mega Gyarados just not killing off the Aerodactyl. Even through the crit, I should have just taken the save.
I mean, without the crit, you probably could have taken 2 Stone Edges and waterfalled them anyway. But it was a bit of a misplay, considering he's really, really fast.
After this one, I had... What was that?
No, I was just gonna... It all worked out in the end, so...
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, tournament was great. Had after this one there were 5 more matches, and I got taken out by a power save over at round 6. So now he's advancing to the top 8,
Solid.
and that means I get to be a more managerial role.
Yeah. Couldn't have you winning your own tournament. That would look bad.
Nah, it just shows that I'm uncontested.
There we go. Right. Well, thanks for joining. That was fun.
Oh, of course, my pleasure.
I should probably point out that you're watching this battle not from a crappy camera resting on books, but from a capture card that I was able to obtain back in the spring, 6 months ago, which, I mean, there's really no reason for me to not have uploaded something since then, but you know, my fault. Whatever. Hopefully we'll have more coming in the future.
Oh, definitely.
Thanks for watching. Keep your eyes posted on the YouTube channel for more videos. This is MajorBowman.
Check out the league.
Yeah.
And
We'll
Dragon
have
Claw.
info in the description. So, have a great day. See ya.
Peace.